Okay, moving on to paragraph number 7. Actually, I'll just put a couple of text boxes here because I see that I've got some left over. Okay, current broadcaster who's a member of a former hated rival. What number are we up to, by the way? Getting close. Ooh, we're already at 40. Yep, okay, so I'm going to start at 41. It is acceptable to boo a current broadcaster who is a member of a former hated rival. Evidence that that is acceptable? Current broadcasters who are members of a former hated rival expect to be booed. And that's really it. That's the only piece of evidence that the author gives for this. So we have a little tiny sub-argument, but 41 is still playing a structurally similar role to all the other conclusions of our sub-arguments. It's so small that I'm going to keep going and see if I can fit a couple sub-arguments right in here. We're up to 43. I'll put this one there, 43. It is acceptable to boo officials at sporting events. Okay. Move that one up here. Let's look for any evidence. What might make me believe that it's acceptable to boo officials at sporting events? Surely they consider this part of their job, right? Officials consider being booed as part of their job. And let's see if there are any other premises. Further, home crowds have the psychological advantage over the officials because it's been scientifically determined that they do tend a bit towards wanting to please the folks in the stands. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's going to be a bunch. Let's do this. Officials tend to want to please the folks in the stands. Let's get some more text boxes here. Okay. And actually, I'm going to do something here that's important. At least I think it's important. I'm going to say what there's evidence for 45, and there's evidence. The evidence is scientific research has shown that officials tend to want to please the folks in the stands. Do you see how those two, 45 and 46, are different claims? One claims that scientific research has shown something, and then that is used as evidence that that thing is true. I want to separate those two because they would be affirmed or denied on different bases. Okay? And it shows the reliance of 45 on 46. Okay? So now we're going to make a claim about home crowds. 47. Home crowds have the psychological advantage over the officials. Evidence for that? Yeah. I'm just going to move this out of the way because 45 gives evidence for 47. And therefore, 47 is intended to give evidence to 43. And 44 is intended to give evidence for 43. Why is it okay to boo officials at sporting events? One, because you've got the psychological advantage. How do I know you've got the psychological advantage? Because officials tend to want. And two, because officials consider being booed as part of their job. Anything else about officials? Nope. Okay. We're almost done, so I'm just going to keep everything where it's at and work on, just double check to make sure there's nothing else that I've missed.